Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Sorry, I had to grab my microphones for just a habit of mine. I don't remember screen recording. Anyway, we're doing another 2024 election prediction. This one is between Marjorie Taylor Greene, a U.S. representative from the state of Georgia, versus Kamala Harris. Now, what's interesting about this is that we do not have a popular candidate. I mean, I did Biden versus Youngkin a bit ago. Youngkin is very popular. I did Sununu versus Biden once. Sununu is very popular. I did, I did Tulsi Gabbard in one. Tulsi Gabbard is very popular. So, it's going to be pretty interesting looking at two extremely unpopular people. I would say Marjorie Taylor Greene is more unpopular. More people just generally would fear a Marjorie Taylor Greene America rather than a Kamala Harris America, even though, probably more people disapprove of the job that Kamala Harris is doing than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because Kamala Harris is at like 28%, but I would say that more people would turn out and vote for Kamala Harris just in fear of a Marjorie Taylor Greene presidency. So let's get into it. Kamala Harris, I think, would win California, Washington, and I believe that she would win Oregon solidly, even though she is unpopular. Democrats will turn out, and really that's all you need, because Democrats make up the majority. Or I mean, maybe not, because a lot of people don't care about politics, but there's more Democrats than Republicans in the United States. There's more, I should say, the voter registration is very close. But here's a better way to put it. There are more liberal people in the United States, more progressive people in the United States than conservative and right-leaning. Kamala Harris would win Maryland and Delaware solidly, even though Hillary Clinton won it by a likely margin in 2016. I do put it as solid because Biden is from here, so, Harris, Biden, you get the idea. Connecticut, Democrats will turn out. New Jersey would probably, I'm going to make it safe, because, you just need Democrats to turn out. And in these Democratic states, it's going to be very much blah, even though a lot of these Democrats might not approve of Kamala Harris, the job that she's doing. That really doesn't matter in the end. The fact of the matter is Marjorie Taylor Greene is, a promoter of QAnon, believes the election was stolen, all this, and, that's going to really turn out Democrats, and that's all you need. The Maine at large will probably stay likely just because Kamala Harris is unpopular, and she won't do much better than Biden in 2020 just because of how unpopular she is. Marjorie Taylor Greene would win states like Utah, Wyoming, Idaho solidly. I mean, with Harris unpopular, because Harris is more unpopular than Biden. If Biden was running against Taylor Greene in this scenario, I believe that Montana would be likely. But with Kamala Harris, who's also unpopular, Montana would probably be safe. North and South Dakota, Nebraska at large. Nebraska's first would probably stay likely for the Republican Party, but Nebraska's third safe. Kansas stays likely. Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. South Carolina would definitely stay likely. I mean, we do still have this African American population who would turn out for not Marjorie Taylor Greene, who would turn out for Kamala Harris. Because, they know Marjorie Taylor Greene down in the South. More people have heard of her down in the South because she comes from Georgia. She comes from a district, very Republican district right here. She had no trouble winning the state. And it was pretty easy for her, so I don't think it was like a big win that actually shows something. It was just so Republican that, there was no shot. Maine second is pretty hard for me to characterize. It would probably be lean Taylor Greene. I mean, Trump did have some appeal here. Taylor Greene, of course, like in Iowa and Ohio and Indiana and the Blue Wall, she won't have as much of this appeal. But this is definitely a district that I feel really disapproves of Kamala Harris and the job that she's doing. I would put it in the lean Greene column. West Virginia, stay safe, Greene. Indiana, I mean, it's trending more Republican. Plus, Trump won it by a solid margin only because Mike Pence was from there. He only won it by 16.1% margin. It's to become likely as to be 15%, or under until 5%. So, I think that Taylor Greene would carry the state of Indiana, likely. Iowa and Ohio are 2 states that don't like Kamala Harris, but there are a lot of parents and families in the state that would really turn out against Marjorie Taylor Greene. I would put Iowa, as lean just because this is more of a rural state, not a lot of cities here where Taylor Greene will perform better because she does come from a very rural district in the state of Georgia. Ohio, on the other hand, I would probably put Tilt Greene. Against Biden, it would probably be Tilt Biden, but it's Kamala Harris, and there will be a lot of backlash against Kamala Harris. So Ohio, Tilt Marjorie Taylor Greene. Illinois, safe Harris, definitely. Virginia, I would put it as likely. Glenn Youngkin is nothing like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Nothing at all. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is so closely aligned with Trump that it's insane. New Hampshire, likely Harris, no doubt in my mind. Nebraska, second, I would put as likely Harris. Remember, Democrats will turn out for Harris, even if they disapprove of her, they will turn out for her because Marjorie Taylor Greene is the Republican candidate. Texas would probably be lean because it is trending more Democratic. Sure, she comes from the South, but that doesn't add much in a state like Texas, and a lot of minorities will turn out for Kamala Harris because they would fear a Taylor Greene presidency. Probably Alaska would stay likely. I could see this being lean, but with Harris, she's also unpopular. I've said it many times in this video. It would probably stay likely Marjorie Taylor Greene. The states like New Mexico and Colorado will stay likely Harris. I'm going to put Colorado as safe Harris. I know she's unpopular, but she will win that Democratic support in Colorado. And this is a very progressive state. Kamala Harris does have a progressive record. We do have to keep that in mind. And, it went 13 points to Biden in 2020. And Kamala Harris will do better than Biden in many of these states, Colorado being one of them. I really could see this shifting 3 points to the right if Marjorie Taylor Greene is nominated. Do I think Marjorie Taylor Greene will be nominated? No, I do not. But yeah, this is just a election matchup. Kamala Harris will probably pull out a win in the state of Arizona and win a likely win in the state of Nevada. 2 states that, again, are trending Democratic, and the United States is trending Democratic. We have to remember that by 2024, there will be more Democrats in the United States. So, and with an unpopular Republican, it really is, something interesting to look at. Minnesota, it's probably going to stay likely. I don't see it shifting, 6 points to the left with Kamala Harris. I really don't see it. Going down to Florida, Marjorie Taylor Greene will win here by a lean margin. Make it tilt. This is such a Trumpian state. The South is all Trumpian, Republican territory. But Florida, Florida especially, they're extremely conservative. And then a lot of Republicans, compared to other states, would not mind voting for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Keep that in mind. A lot of Republicans will not mind voting for Marjorie Taylor Greene down in Florida. But there always will be those some. So maybe 3% of the vote of Republicans will shift away from the Taylor Greene column, therefore making the state of Florida tilt. Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene coming from Georgia doesn't mean much at all. Georgia, lean Harris. North Carolina, lean Harris. Taylor Greene came from such a rural district that, the state really hates her. A lot of the state hates her, I should say. So, the African American population will turn out for Kamala Harris a lot because they know they know Marjorie Taylor Greene. They know that they don't want her as president. Also goes for the state of Michigan, which I believe would be likely Kamala Harris because, she will resonate with the African American population a whole lot. That really will help her. Then states like Pennsylvania with a lot of parents and will turn out for Kamala Harris. Democrats will. And then say like Wisconsin, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she doesn't have that appeal that Trump did in 2016, and a lot of 2020 for that matter. But yeah, this is my final map. Kamala Harris does win with 319 electoral votes to Marjorie Taylor Greene's 219. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and joining my Patreon. And thank you very much for watching.